What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, a lot of work went into this one today. We've got level 10,000 Steel Path, Requiem, Kubo Disruption, Endurance with the newest weapon, the newest melee weapon in the game, the Slaytra. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I was quite foolish on this test. I went to level 10,000 with this weapon on Ash and went all like theory crafting in on a build without actually testing if this weapon works right. And this weapon is only purchasable for cash or plat right now and is not farmable in game, does not work. We're going to go over that today, but make sure that you are subbed to this channel and make sure to live stream as well. We did live stream this entire run on the live stream channel, so come on, stop by if you want to check out some missions and all that stuff with Warframe. I'm not streaming tonight, but I will be streaming a lot, so yeah, multiple streams to come check out. Okay, so the Slaytra. What is the Slaytra? It's the newest machete, and probably the best machete in the game, especially once they bug fixed it. I had a ribbon rolling video about this thing a couple days ago, but the long and short of it is it's supposed to have double... Okay, let's just read right here. The Slaytra is a powerful reiteration of the traditional Grimier machete that doubles the duration of bleed from slash damage. Just read that last part there. Doubles the duration of bleed from slash damage. It does not do that. It is not working at all. It is a normal duration slash proc. I'm going to show that to you in a little bit here. But let's just go over the stats. We've got low attack speed, pretty normal range at 2.5. We've got okay crit chance, not great crit damage, and we've got high status chance with mostly slash weighting. The heavy attacks on machete weapons have force slash procs and hit multiple times. So very, very good. That's the reason you're seeing it on Ash right now is because Ash's passive is very good for increasing the power of slash procs. It not only increases their damage, but also their duration too. So that was what I was taking into account when I made a build today, or rather a couple days ago. And also we're using, to go even further in on the theory crafting, we'll go over the Ash build. I think it might actually have some more potential after they bug fix this, but right now it's just use another weapon, honestly. Expedite Suffering. Enemies that have slash procs on them, the slash proc, basically all the damage happens all at once, and it multiplies it by power strength. So that was the idea of this build. Stacking Ash's passive with increased duration for slash procs and increased damage for slash procs with the Slaytra's passive it's supposed to have that it doesn't have. We're going to go ahead and show you that right now that it does not work. I'm going to show you two different weapons. One on the Slaytra doing a slash proc. The other one is a Spectre Vandal doing a slash proc. There's no status duration mods on here or anything like that. There's no reason that this would tick any longer than it should. Standard slash proc with a 7-tick duration. By the way, this weapon does not normally look like this. This is the Machete Ujjat Serpent Skin by Volbjorn, my favorite Tenogen artist. They made the Ash skin I'm using in this video as well, the Infested Ash Ninja skin. Okay, no status duration mods on here. Just status chance, so we'll proc it, okay? You're going to see a slash proc, and you're going to see how long it lasts, and we'll do the same thing with the Spectre Vandal. I mean, I already tested it. It doesn't work. I'm just going to confirm that for you here. And remember, this weapon is only obtainable for money right now. Money or plat, which, some people consider the same thing in some ways. All right, we're going to slash proc him. Or we're going to swing until we do the slash proc. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I missed a tick there. It's 7 ticks. So normal slash proc duration, as I already stated. Now we're going to use the Spectre Vandal. No double slash proc duration here. 1, 2. Okay, he died too fast. Maybe I shouldn't use the Spectre Vandal. Okay, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it was like 7. You see, if it was a double duration slash proc, it wouldn't be like 5 or 6 ticks. It would be, 10 plus ticks. So we're already starting off with there being a problem with the main draw of this weapon. And you know how I found out that this was not working properly? Well, I didn't actually realize. Like I said, I didn't test before I went into this endurance run. And I found this demolyst right here. And I'm like, oh man, my Ash build is ridiculous. I've stacked up so much stuff. This demolyst is done for. And then I unleashed the power of this build. I armor stripped. I use Expedite Suffering. And look at that. Only 6 million damage. That should have been at least double that. So that's a problem for sure. After they have hopefully bug fixed it, this will be a good weapon for Ash. But the way it stands right now, it's just a pretty standard weapon. Let's get some level like 6,000 gameplay on the screen. Now, don't get me wrong. This weapon can hold its own, and I would still call it the best machete. We compared it to other machetes. The only thing that could maybe be better than this is a Machete Wraith with a Riven, because Machete Wraith has extremely powerful Rivens. But yeah, the build we're going for today is a pretty standard, bleed setup. This is no Riven here. Now, I did use a Riven in the gameplay footage, but the Riven's actually pretty bad stats, to be honest. If you saw my Riven rolling video, you can just replace that. The Glider might have more crit damage, and you'll get some crit chance along the way. Nice thing about this is Cyclone Kraken, the Machete stance, actually feels pretty good to use. It's got quite a few combos. One of them has a backflip in it. That's always fun. And then, of course, change your bait. Now, we're doing a Steel Path Endurance Fissure today. I actually kind of felt like I should have put on Smite Corrupted, because I was using this mostly as a trash ad weapon for clearing the ads. I could have put on Smite Corrupted because most of the trash ads got corrupted. But then again, it's a fissure. Some of them are corrupted, some of them don't get corrupted. It's kind of like up to you. Additionally, I was running a 12x heavy build there with Blood Rush. Maybe Reflex Coil in one of these slots could have been good, so I could have heavy attack twice in a row before having to rebuild combo. But we actually have a very unique way of building combo today that I have not really heard many people doing. So here's more of what you're expecting in this Kuva Guardian Demolyst. About like 18 million. I think some teammates were shooting it there too. So Expedite Suffering is nasty on Ashe. And, once the thing gets bug fixed, I might be using it more. So let's go over, the build and how this thing actually works in like standard gameplay. Also, we're going to show the combo build-up Ashe setup I've got going here, which you guys might find kind of interesting. Because if you've ever been like, okay, well, they were supposed to give us heavy attack efficiency with Zenrik. They said they were going to, and they didn't end up doing it. This is kind of a way you can build it up. So we got 12x here. Not exactly a heavy attack build, but it's more of a hybrid setup on Ashe. So there's a few things we're doing here, and I'm also using a Archon Shard on Ashe, but only for 50 more energy, so don't worry about that. We got Rising Storm. I don't really use this very much, but I was trying it out, and it actually worked out pretty well. So Rising Storm, Ashe's 4th ability Augment. Increases your melee counter by 4 every time you get hit with it, and also increases your combo duration by 10. That extra hit stacks with power strength, so if you have a bunch of power strength, you will get like 10 plus hits per Ashe Bladestorm attack. Additionally, we're actually going to take a step further here. On Naramon, you don't need to do this, it's annoying, but it does technically work. Opening Slam, the ability for the operator. Perform a melee slam as your operator, switching to the Warframe and granting double combo count for 20 seconds. That works on Ashe's Bladestorm. So, if you have a bunch of power strength on Ashe, with his Bladestorm augment, you're getting about 20 combo hits per attack from Bladestorm. You can go from like a 0 combo to a 12 combo in like 4 enemy attacks, or 4 enemies hit. So that's going to make it where getting your 12x, unleashing your 12x, Expedite blowing up the 12x slash proc, getting your 12x back nearly instantly, that's something you can do as long as you are down for the the use 4 playstyle. By the way, slash procs are not great against Xmas Overguard, you can see right here. They'll eventually tick it down. Once the Xmas Overguard's gone, the enemy is dead, basically. Their Overguard is resisting that slash proc a lot. Also, when you're doing an endurance mission here, as you can see, basically every enemy you see is an Xmas. I actually like that. The fact I feel like I can't actually kill every enemy I see here because there's so many Xmas, that's great. So if you're looking for more of a challenge, try maybe a Steel Path Endurance Fissure. We'll be making a video about Steel Path Fissures more, probably tomorrow or the next day, about like which ones to look out for and what's like the best farms. But this one was pretty good too. This is Tamu, I believe it's called, on the Kuva Fortress, Kuva Disruption. And we got some good value out of this. We opened about 50 relics. And it was pretty nice. I walked away from this with about a couple hundred plat extra if I sold those things, and 100,000 Kuva, blah, blah, blah. So let's just show the weapon in the simulacrum really quick, and we'll show how Ashe can build up combo very quickly. If you want to see the full VOD of that level 10,000 mission, it is on my Twitch channel. All right, so we're gonna get 3 bombards is fine. So I'm gonna show you how this works. So we have 0 hit right now. I think we have like 5 with our current amount of power strength. We want to put multi augments for more power strength. Dash up into the air, melee slam down. This right here is double combo game. So now I can use my Ashe Bladestorm. I believe you slide, they attack faster. So from 3 enemies hit, we got 84 combo hits. So you call it like 5 or 6 enemies, that's a 12x. You can heavy attack, instantly do it again. So let's get like 10 of them, sure. Don't forget, this also does a good amount of slash damage. Now, this is not enough slash damage to the one-shot level 10k. It really isn't at all. That's why your melee's come into account. You have a very powerful melee here as far as slash procs are concerned. And once that bug fix goes through, I will probably revisit this thing because I actually do like it. I bought a Tenogen skin for it, the one I showed from Volbjorn. So here's a 12x heavy with this machete. 530k, and I could have detonated that. Let's go ahead and get our double combo gain again. This should be a full combo from these guys. Unleash. And there you go. They died too quickly. So here's one of the problems with this build is that until you get to like level like 1,000 plus, the enemies die so quickly you can't actually hit them multiple times to build up combo. So it's more of a high level build for sure. Now that the Slaytra was bugged, sure, it's an okay weapon. I like it. It looks cool with this skin. If you're trying to do this playstyle, you want to use a weapon that actually isn't bugged, what should you use? Well, I was using the Convectrix. This thing is a slash monster. Now, I do have a Riven for it, but it has good Riven stats, so I highly recommend you get a Riven anyway. This thing is very slash focused. As you can see right here, 202% percentage chance with mostly slash weighting. You've got mods like efficient beams to make it where the enemy is taking, or taking a bunch more stats, so we're not losing any ammo unless we're firing on them. I've got arcane dexterity. This was part of the synergy of using the Slaytra. If the Slaytra wasn't bugged, that would have been great, but it is what it is. So I would recommend you use the Convectrix until they bug fix the Slaytra. There's also other weapons too, like like hard hitting single target weapons with slash procs. As I said, these enemies in the Sun are too weak. There's a 4 million. There was like a 300 million earlier in the video, I want to say. So yeah, this is going to be something you can do with Ashe. Now this build's always been around ever since Expedite's been a thing, but I thought the whole combo building thing was kind of interesting. And it is definitely level 10k viable. It's just, I think there's a couple things I'd tinker with here. I think I would probably put Deadhead back onto the Convectrix, unless I was like very confident in my melee's ability to kill, which I am pretty confident in it, but as you can see, like these guys are taking a couple hits here. Maybe I'm just used to like one-shotting literally everything, but like that guy taking like 4 hits to kill with his machete just felt wrong to me. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, he died pretty quickly. I mean, it's still a really powerful weapon. And like what you're seeing right now, like the damage of it per tick is not really changing. If they fix the passive, it would be a double duration slash proc, which if you're using Expedite Suffering or like if you're waiting for the slash proc to tick down, that would technically be, a double damage over time. But, as you see right there, that enemy's Overguard dropped and they immediately died. Overguard was like definitely face taking most of that ridiculous damage I was pumping into him. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this video interesting and helpful. I kind of feel a little bit ripped off. I really hope they bug fix the passive like tomorrow, seriously, because I bought this thing with Plat. I bought a Riven with Plat. I rolled the Riven with Kuva, and I spent like multiple hours doing an endurance run with this. Like, and then I as soon as I saw this demolyst not die in one hit, I knew there was something wrong here. So yeah, maybe revisit it in the future. It's something you can get from Call's Syndicate, I guess, eventually. So that's kind of cool. But until then, like you can't even get this thing, and don't bother because it doesn't even work anyway. Just go buy the Veilbreaker skin instead for some other machete. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Take it easy, and peace.